everyone, my name is Stella, and in today's video, I'm gonna show you 10 items that I seriously did not know I needed. They're these types of things where it's like, you would never think that you would want to buy it until you've purchased it and you're like, oh my god, this is life-changing. So hopefully I can share some of the things that I found with you and you'll find some of them helpful. Alright everyone, so the first item on my list is my split keyboard. Look at that. This is called the Dygma Raise, and it is such a ergonomic necessity if you're someone who types all day like me. Alright, let me give you a demonstration. So say you're typing at your keyboard and your keys are at the center like this. It's kind of instinctive for your shoulders to kind of go up a bit and hunch in a bit just because, like, you know, your hands have to go towards the center of the keyboard. On the other hand, the Dygma, which is a split keyboard, allows you to type like this. And your shoulders can stay in a more neutral position and they're nice and relaxed, and it just really helps keep your posture better throughout the day. So also, in addition to the ergonomic benefits, the Dygma keyboard comes in a bunch of snazzy colors. So another really cool feature about this keyboard is that you can program the Dygma to have different layers. And okay, that's a really complicated word, but basically what it means is, like, I have a bunch of weird thumb buttons here, right? And if I press this button, instead of these keys being mapped to, you know, the alphabet keys, I've actually mapped them to the arrow keys. And so that way I don't even have to move my hand to the arrow keys, I can access them immediately just by pressing this button. And pressing it back switches it back to the keyboard. Also, these thumb keys are actually worth a special shout out because you can map them to basically whatever key you want. And it's just super helpful because I've mapped my left thumb key actually to backspace because I make a lot of mistakes. And it's just so much easier to reach it here than it is to reach it all the way in the corner with my tiny pinky. If you're looking to upgrade your workspace, you know, make it a bit more ergonomic, spend that workplace stipend at the end of the year, I would highly recommend checking out the Dygma keyboard. It is amazing. Alrighty, and the next item on my list is an electric heating pad. So, oh, it's not plugged in. That's why it's not turning on. So this is something that I got off of Amazon, and obviously it's super nice if, you know, your stomach has any cramps or it's upset. But to be honest, the real reason why I love it is because my feet get so cold in the winter. Like, I honestly do not know why. I just feel like they're a heat sink. I can wear fuzzy socks, fuzzy slippers, but they're still cold. So basically for me, I always need something to, like, insert heat into the system, and enter the electronic heating pad. It does exactly that. This heating pad is also super soft. Like, if you can see the details, it's definitely super fuzzy here, you know, and it's very flexible, so you can totally wrap it around your feet like a little blanket. A few other nice things about this heating pad in particular are it automatically shuts off. So here you can see that there are different timer intervals, and you can set how long you want it to stay on before it automatically turns off. There's a bunch of different heat settings as well. And most importantly, this thing heats up super quickly. So don't get cold feet, buy this electronic heating pad. You know, you get it? Like, don't get cold feet, you know, don't back out so you can not get cold feet. Haha, haha. Yeah, I actually recorded this segment the next day because I thought this joke was funny. Alrighty, so next up, I've actually got 2 items for you. If you're someone who does the dishes for your household, these are 2 things that make the dishwashing experience just a little bit better for me. And the first is these gloves that I get from Ikea. I think they're $1.50 each, and for me, just having a layer of protection for my hands between the soap and all the grease is really nice. The other thing is this Dawn inverted dish soap. Okay, so when I told my boyfriend that this was on my list, he was like, are you serious? And that is the voice of someone who does not wash the dishes. Disclaimer, my boyfriend does all the cooking, so it's not like he doesn't help. I don't cook at all. Anyways, so this soap is incredible because, so you know, most soaps, you have to take the soap and then you have to invert it and then you take the cap off and you squeeze, but this one, no. It's designed to be stored this way and you just squeeze and it's so easy. It's great, you know? And also it stores this way too. So the soap's always at the bottom. You don't need to wait for the soap to, like, move over to the other side. Seriously, this thing saves you, like, maybe, I don't know, 3 seconds every time, but 3 seconds every time is pretty good. Now, excuse me as I wash my cutting board. The next thing on my list are shadowboxes. Haha, just kidding. Editing Stella here, and I totally had the wrong name for these things. These are actually called softboxes, not shadowboxes. And now whenever I hear myself call them shadowboxes, I, like, cringe a bit on the inside. Anyways, so it is currently midnight, and I have this glowing light on my face thanks to my shadow box. You know, I actually bought these because I'm trying to get into YouTube and I wanted better lighting so I could film at night. But actually, I found that these are super helpful for another reason that I didn't expect at all. So I totally get seasonal depression in the winter because, you know, the days are short, with daylight savings time, it gets dark so early, and I don't know, I'm a plant, so if I don't get enough sunlight, I'm just sad and depressed. But these shadow boxes almost act as like a greenhouse light for me. They are very large, they are very illuminating, and in the past I had tried things like the happy lights, you know, the little light boxes that you put on your table, and they just never worked for me. But the shadow boxes do. Like, here's a demo of how much light they give off. I'm gonna turn off the lights now so you can see. Dark. And then it's like, let there be light, haha. So it's like a double win-win for me. I get to fight seasonal depression and I get good lighting for my videos. Alrighty, and the next item I have for you is this candle from Bath & Body Works. So I've smelled a lot of candles, and this one is by far my favorite, especially in the wintertime. This candle actually just smells like hot chocolate. Like, imagine you have a nice, warm, fresh cup of hot cocoa. It's so rich and indulgent. I guess if you don't like hot chocolate, you won't like this candle, but if you do, oh my god, it just smells amazing. Last year, after the holiday season ended and I finished using up my candle, I was like on a desperate search to find more. And then I was so sad because they were sold out at like 3 different Bath & Body Works that I went to. But luckily, you know, they stock them every holiday season. So this year I'm gonna have to stock up. Smells so chocolatey and so good. Alright, the next item on my list is the good old Google Home. You can use it to help you set timers, you can use it to tell you the weather, and if I'm honest, that is approximately what I use it for, like 80% of the things, but honestly, that's enough. For example, hey Google, what's the weather like right now?
Currently in the
location redacted,
it's 38 degrees and clear. Tonight, the forecast is around 36 with scattered showers.
Or honestly, just ask it a bunch of mundane questions, because I think what it does is it takes what you asked, sends it to Google, and if they have an easy answer for you, it spits it back. So I'll often ask it a bunch of questions about just random things in life, and it's like having a portable, okay, not portable, this thing is not portable. It's like having a encyclopedia there ready to listen to you. Anyhow, I was a bit skeptical about it at first, but honestly, after getting it, I actually use this thing every single day, so many times. Definitely worth the money. Alright, so the next thing on my list is Clear Care Plus Contact Lens Solution. If you wear monthly contact lenses, you need this stuff. I always used to feel like at the end of the month, my contact lenses would kind of hurt because, to be honest, I just never really did a good job of cleaning them. Like, you know how you're supposed to rub them for 10 seconds on each side? I just never did it. So I was telling my optometrist, maybe I should get dailies, and she was like, no, first, before you do that, you should try this contact lens solution out. And it basically uses hydrogen peroxide and this really special like mechanism to clean your contacts overnight without you having to do anything. And it's just so convenient. And the most important thing is it works. Now, even at the end of the month, I feel like my monthly contacts feel just as good as when they are fresh. The next item on my list is by Ikea Bissa shoe cabinet. Basically, this is a cabinet that holds your shoes. So as you can see, the Ikea Bissa shoe cabinet has 2 levels for you to hold your shoes, and it's actually just like a very nice way to have both a like little entryway table where you can put all of your various entryway knickknacks, as well as a place to store your shoes. Yeah, and we have like a super narrow entryway, so having this nice little shoe cabinet plus entryway table combination is very helpful. Alright, the next item I have for you is this Wingslove adhesive sticky bra. So I got this off of Amazon, and this is the first sticky bra I tried, but I love it. If you ever have a piece of clothing where you don't want to show your bra at the back, this is the product for you. I'm someone who does sweat, but despite that, this sticky bra stays on pretty well. I've used it a bunch of times now, and it's still got its stick intact. So this is basically what it looks like. You know, 2 bra pads and nothing on the back. Just a bunch of sticky plastic. So, you know, you can take the plastic off, and once you're done using it, you just stick the plastic back on to help it stay sticky. I don't need to demonstrate this for you, but if you have boobs, you can probably imagine how it works. You just stick them on. And also, like, the crazy thing is, I personally just find this, like, a lot more comfortable than strapless bras. So sometimes, like, even if I don't need my back to be showing, I'll wear this in place of a strapless bra, just because I actually find it more comfortable. Alright, and the last item I have for you is this 1 line a day journal. Can you see that? So if you're someone who likes to reflect, I highly recommend getting one of these journals. So basically the way it works is every year you write a tiny little snippet about what you did on that day. And the reason why I love this journal is because I think with traditional diaries, it's really easy to write what you did, but then never kind of think back and revisit it. Whereas with this diary, every single year, I see the things that I did the previous year. And it's just kind of cute to be able to reminisce as you go through time. Like, I'm just looking at what I wrote, and apparently 1 year ago, I got in a fight with my boyfriend. We are still together, so that definitely resolved itself. 2 years ago, I was actually on a vacation in Hawaii. That was actually back in the heart of COVID, but Hawaii actually had no cases of COVID at the time. So I was able to go, and that was super fun. 3 years ago, I was still in college, and I was giving some sort of oral presentation. So yeah, it's always fun to kind of be able to look back and think about the things that have happened in the past. Alrighty, and that's a wrap. Honestly, every single one of those items has changed my life in a significant way, and I hope that you found something on the list that sparks joy and you might want to check out. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel for more fun content. Hope to see you next time. Bye!